Facebook. Okay, hello everybody on StreamYard and coming right up on Facebook. We're really excited here. It's Weeds Day with Jeff Eichen. No telling how we'll get through the day. We have a really incredible guest on today, Solo Breezy. And let's see, StreamYard here if we're on StreamYard. We are streaming on StreamYard, so it's really fun. Let's get back to our let's in fact let me do something here for a second, everybody, and check my um check my QuickTime here to see that we have an intro, and then I'll play my intro. So I am dealing with back office stuff here on a day that I kind of wish we were in Hollywood, not in Hollywood, but that we have a incredible back team to do all this stuff that I'm doing today. But anyways, so we're gonna go and get my my incredible. Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna go open with QuickTime. So here we go, everybody. It's really beautiful to have you here today, and I'm going to enlarge this and share my screen with the world, and we will have World 420 Day in a matter of seconds when I share my screen. So hemp hemp hooray, everybody. It's World 420 Day today. We do 42 seconds of visualizing the prisoners coming home. It's Jeff Eichen, and there are prisoners still in jail for weed, okay, for this flower, okay, that people grow all over the world. I have maybe, I don't know if I got that. I was having a hard time downloading the news today, but the news talked about somebody from China that got arrested for 100,000 plants or 1,000 plants. I mean, 1,000 plants is more than the plants on my backdrop. But the idea is that we end prohibition because alcohol is legal. I mean, look, I'm going to drink my chai, and there's medicinal mushrooms in here, and it says on my cup, it says plant medicine, leafly, okay? And it's just, support organic, everything. Support your weed growers that are growing really organic weed, everybody. It's really a blessing. See if I can find my mouse. My mouse seems to have froze out here. So let's see if I have another mouse, or we're doomed if I don't have another mouse. So here we go. Come on, baby. Let's get another mouse going here. Okay, here we go. Okay. So I'm going to be drinking the antithesis of plant medicine here today, because I've got reishi and chaga in here, and I've got some other herbs that I drink every day. I just really, really enjoy drinking the organic, don't panic beverages, especially even now that we're getting ready to do our concert series. We're totally going to be navigating and bringing on. I heard there's a 420 can of beverage drink. It's called Freedom Soda, and Freedom Soda is going to be there, and we're going to invite the people that did the Mason Bloom won the United States can of beverage, so they're going to come on board. And so in my flow, I ain't stoned. I'm just really straightforward here today. In my flow, we're talking about beverages, and we're talking about can of beverages, and we're talking about prisoners in jail for a plant, and so why not teach instead of preaching? So we're going to teach instead of preaching today, and we're going to have a little organic show. Like I said, I wish we were in Hollywood and we had a back office to put all my special effects up, but today we're going to you're buzzing, honey. You got it? There you go. Okay, you look good today. Fantastic. So welcome to the Canoners. And I know what I wanted to do. Why don't you guys talk first? Oh no, Solo, why don't you give us
Hey, I'm right in the middle of something. Can you call me back or give me a number?
why don't you give me a quote, Solo, while I go and get my phone so I can play this beautiful piece that Canada's made.
Cheers, everybody. Happy 420 out there. Actually, happy 420. Beautiful day that we're doing. Shout out to you, Candace, down there. Thank you for joining the show. All right, today's quote for today. Give me a moment to pull it up, but I hope everyone's having a wonderful Wednesday. Everyone's smoking that good stuff. Everyone's bringing people together. By the way, 420 is not that far away in April. Can't wait till that comes. The best day of the year, I swear, is 420.
So, thank you. And can you read that quote again so I can hear it?
Definitely about to pull up that quote right now for you. By the way, Uncle Jeff, I'm waiting for to bring up the quote for today. How do you feel about 420 in April? What do you think about that when that comes up every year?
Say that again. What do I think about 420 every year?
Yeah, how do you feel about the celebration of cannabis?
It's not. Rodimus will tell you that nobody's free in the industry or on the 420 highway until the prisoners are home, and so that's kind of 420 is the granddaddy of the day. But that I played maybe a year ago the story of 420. These kids that totally were at school and they figured it out and they go, I'll meet you at 420. And it was a time on their watch, And so that's how it was coined. They even copywrote it back then. And I don't know if you use 420, if you get sued by them or anything like that, doesn't matter. But that day is no different than 419 for me. But at the same time, 420 is our day to realize that they ended prohibition for alcohol. When the fuck are they going to end prohibition for marijuana, for cannabis, for dank, for skunk, for whatever you weed and whatever you... Tommy said in my movie that I made now several years ago, which is a classic now, he said, to the government, the pot's in the pipe, you can't take it out.
That's so cool. I like that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Well, that was Tommy, not me. So we give it to Tommy.
Shout out to Tommy out there.
So you got your quote? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Today's quote by Plato. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle.
Okay, Plato was a little bit wrong there because all battles don't need to be hard. It's a perception of hardness because we're dealing with so much on the planet right now that is, like a triangle. It's obtuse. It's weird. You can't figure it out. If you've ever dated more than one person at a time, that's a triangle. Nobody wins. Okay. Mm-hmm. So in war, nobody wins. Okay. There's no collateral damage. There's nothing that impresses me about blowing up a building with children in there. Okay. So if we speak a little bit and not a lot about politics on my show, hatred sucks and not ending prohibition really sucks and killing babies suck. I mean, like children in whatever, or strapping your children with bombs and then they blow themselves up. My whole world, we never did that. Okay. When I was a kid, I didn't hear that kind of stuff. So it's extreme today, folks. So our extremeness has to come in the shape of our concert that we're producing. We have to get to the Oakland Coliseum. We have to pull 42,000 people like 420. We have to all be dressed in orange for the Prisoner Project. And we all have to make enough dough on the project to help these prisoners that were in jail for 30 years. How would you like to be without your father, without your mother? I mean, nobody talks about women in jail for cannabis. And last week was Women in Weeds Day. Women are in jail also. Everybody's in jail. In Thailand, they used to kill you for weed. And then what happened? this year they made it to where you could sell it, you can grow it. And now this week we brought a misread a couple weeks ago on the Thailand news that they're trying to overturn it again. So what is wrong with the plant world? I mean, I already showed you my cup. You know, it's incredible that it's medicine. You know, and it'll, you know, and of course organic. Everybody, what don't you know about glyphosate? You know, I know a little bit about a lot of things, but not everything about everything. So glyphosate sucks, and glyphosate is the stuff they used to put like on marijuana in Mexico just so we would smoke it and die because they were afraid that we were too cool. I mean, come on, you know, the Teach the Children Well people, the Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, you know, that guy survived all the heroin that he did, and he's gone now, you know, David Crosby. And yet our elder left us with a lot of music. What are you going to leave us, everybody? What is your legacy? And we're so proud to have Solo on, our youngster in the room always, and he brings beautiful quotes from people. But I had a problem with Plato saying the word fight. Is that what I said? Or
Hard.
huh?
Hard.
Yeah, fighting hard.
Fighting hard. Yeah. You know, I mean, come on, everybody. Let's work it out. Let's work it out in the bedroom. Let's work it out in the ocean. Walk your dog, pet everybody, talk to people when you're at the checkout counter. Give $1 like I did when I went to the dentist on Monday to the guy that was shivering and sitting in the corner. And I said, dude, you got to be on the street where people can see you. And dude, don't ask me for change. Ask me for $5. That's all I got. But I gotta pull up this really beautiful. Oh, I got something here. Let me show you this video I got here. This is a project I'm working on. My friend bought this. And you can't really see. There it is. And there's art inside that vending machine. And I made 100 pieces. I made 100 pieces, and I'll show you where they are here. They're over here. Da, 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 da. So that's how I print. I make a grid in Photoshop, and I put all my prints up there. There's Kimmy, everybody. There's Kimmy holding the tree there.
Kimmy Strong.
There's Kimmy there. So Kim Strong, yes, baby. And all my photos, but they're now in an art vending machine. We need more art vending machines around the world instead of tobacco and, you know, all the stuff that's so freaking scratch my head, you know, about why we just don't freaking legalize marijuana. What's your take, Canna Nurse?
Well, I completely concur and agree with you, absolutely. And I was hoping to announce proudly and happily that we were going to have Uncle Stoner of the USA Squash Off today, but he informed me that he's got a doctor's appointment, but he may be available next Wednesday. So let's hope that he is.
Oh, fantastic.
Because,
okay.
Yeah, we and getting back to what you were saying, not only is it important that we cultivate and we start growing with hemp and doing what we have to do to turn over each industry, but littlest things from the common cold to even getting the allergy situation under control, it all comes with cannabis. And inflammation is the number one problem that most people are suffering with right now. Inflammation is the number one thing that causes all sorts of other things. And cannabis seems to be without enough research. And there again, if we were free to do it, we could find out the research on this and people wouldn't have to suffer so needlessly. But they have found that so far It seems to be the one thing that doesn't interact badly with any other medicines, even big pharma, and it has microbial, antibacterial, and far more benefits than we ever expected or thought, because we don't think of it as that type of medicine. Sure, we think of it as medicine. But we don't
Paper,
think of it
fiber,
as
fuel,
science.
medicine. Now hempcrete and
Water
plastic
science.
and plastic and and hempcrete. What the hell?
Exactly.
What the hell?
I'm here in the field of dreams right now.
Right, without a doubt. Let me do a design modification for you, because I'm a film producer. Push your microphone that way. Yeah, keep going. Push.
No. I have it. I have strategic.
Yeah, but push it or move your chair so we can see your complete face, because you don't need to yeah, there you go. You don't need to be so, see, look at me. I have my microphone way down here and you can still hear me perfectly. So we're just doing a little bit of 101 school here at the studio relief for Weeds Day here on World 420 Day. So I have not done our intro yet, but thank you so much, Canon Nurse, Genie in a Bottle, and we love you so much. I'm gonna share our screen now, see if everything works here, and we're gonna share now, buddy bing, and here we go. Sorry about that. Hello, everybody, and welcome to World 420 Day. It's going to be a good one.
Jeff Eichen here with Lifers in the Movie. I'm sticking to my story. Thank you all for joining in here and watching this incredible story of people, yes, still in prison for life, for a plan, and for nonviolent crimes. It's time to level the playing field and to tell your authorities and globally to end prohibition. We can do this, folks. We have to. It will manifest in so many different ways across the board. Hemp hooray, I mean what I say. Reform, clemency, and restitution. It's a good time to speak up and through film, share this with the world and end global prohibition. Mr. Tommy Chong for labor. Madness.
Hooray. So everybody, that's a poster from our concert series. We're having a fun blazer. It's World 420 Day. What more can I say? In the darkness comes the light. So what's happening here is what's happening all over the world is that we're still locking humans up for plants, and what can we do about that? We can make a concert, make a fundraiser on March 16th here in my local state here in Port Townsend, Washington, at 821 that's Jefferson Street. And so we're going to be broadcasting that live, so you can donate while we're live or afterwards. And we're raising the funds for the production team for the values to get to the next level. We're going to be doing a couple of film presentations, and the tickets are $42. Everybody that comes to one of my events gets a first opportunity to get a ticket for 2025 at the concert. And we're raising a lot of dough to hire Oakland Coliseum, everybody. So that's going to be epic. And if you're out there, Snoop, and if you're out there, Willie, and you're out there, Melissa Etheridge, and all the other 420-centric humans, come to us and see if you can drop your price for the prisoners. See if you can come to us and donate your time and or get a piece of the rock. Let's make it your concert in collaboration with Ramos Day. And so everybody wins. Whatever it is, I don't care who comes and how many, times you're going to tell me, well, I need to make so much before I step on stage. The idea is that we release the prisoners and we make the money for their families that they were gone. I talked earlier about what if you were a child and you were at school when you were 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, for 30 years getting ridiculed. Your daddy's in jail for pot. So, so all you got to do is get on the bandwagon and send us 40 tons of money so we can get the Oakland Coliseum and have a blast and then have another concert. And every year, all the Canna-centric people can come and have a booth there, and then we can share, and we can have Oaksterdam there to teach people like Solo. And Solo's going to be a Canna expert going to Oaksterdam. We're going to get you to Oaksterdam, I promise, Solo. Maybe they'll have an internship where you can go for 6 months and learn how to go around the country and teach, and not preach, but teach the goodness of cannabis. Dr. Machulam's out the door. He left the planet, but he was 90 something when he died. And I have him on my movie. I could even find a clip of my movie. In fact, let's go find Dr. Machulam. Okay, so today is going to be fun because I'm just going to share my screen with you and find Dr. Machulam here on my movie, everybody. So let's go try to find Dr. Machulam on the internet on my freaking movie. And we go here, then we go to Lifers, the movie, boom. And so this is my older site, not Relief Foundation, everybody, but that's where you can donate to us. Relief, no hyphen this time, relieffoundation.org. That's our new page. And we're seeing if we can get Lifers, the movie up here. Oh, you know what? Okay, Lifers the movie will not come up. So I just looked at my server. My server was down. So we'll come back to this. But in the meantime, let's while we're in the internet, while we're in the zone here to read our news. Let's just read some news here for a minute here, and let's see if I can get the. Okay, here we go. So we've got the Canna news here while we're waiting for our Lifers the movie to come up here. Come on, Canna news. Boom. Image capture, go away. Quit. Okay, so we've got the Canna news coming up here. And since we're sharing screen, why don't I do something really cool and go back to QuickTime and see if I can find some news here. So we've got this really cool little news thing I did here, the Canna news. Here we go. So the Canna news is kind of cool. I love technology. I love playing in it, but go outside, everybody. Take the dog for a walk and get in the forest. Kim and I are really enjoying each other in the forest with the dog and bumping into people. Here we go. Safe travels, Rodimus. Wow. Safe travels, Rodimus. He's out on a drive today with his boss. And Rodimus lives in Champagne, everybody. And it's really cool. Champagne is in France, and he's working on an organic champagne campaign. So it's really cool. And one day we'll have Rodimus in America and playing with us here. But in the meantime, I'm going to read the Canon News here, and let's bring my Canon News up here. So the Canon News. Hi, Canon enthusiasts. It's Jeffrey with today's most relevant news with highlights today on World 420 Day. 90210 and Port Charles actor David Gale's cause of death revealed to be drug-related. 90210? David Gale, what the heck? The cause of death. It breaks my heart to learn that my son died this way. And the actor's mother said new details have been released about David's cause of death. The actor is known for his roles in Port Charles and Beverly Hills. 90210. He died on January 16th at 58. Anoxic ischemic and a pathology, a brain injury resulting from the lack of blood flowing, I can't read that word, from cardiopulmonary arrest due to drug intoxication from substances including amphetamines, cocaine, and according to a statement from Gale's publicist, on behalf of his family, I say, Jeffrey Eichen, your host on WEEDSDAYS, episode 196, and your host with the most on World 420 Days, fuck opiates. Cannabis is so much more friendly than everything else. In the statement, Gale's mother, wait a minute, let me do something here. I'm going to actually see if I can get myself for people to see me, feel me, hear me. Okay, so now we're going to see if I can move this around here. So we're going to go boom. Okay, so we're just going to keep reading here. It breaks my heart to learn that my son died this way. Painter said David became reliant on medicine years ago after multiple surgeries on his hands, wrist, and he lived in enough pain to prevent him from working for almost a decade. So from 48 to 58, with relief only achieved through full disability, physical therapy, and pain medicine, opiates. I mean, I don't think opiates are bad in the right way, in the right time, in the right amount. Don't get addicted, everybody. He struggled to stop taking pharmaceuticals and did before turning towards a more Eastern pain management, including acupuncture, natural medicines, and she continued, I can only assume that his former opioid dependency played a part in his self-medicating from uncontrolled sources. Painter went on to express that he hopes that David's death would bring awareness to the dangers of pharmaceutical addictions and the fentanyl epidemic. David's death shines a light on countless innocent victims of pharmaceuticals and addiction, that the fentanyl epidemic has taken so many of our sons and daughters, she added in the statement. Please keep David and others battling for the right to use marijuana. Painter later issued a statement about her son's death, and she said, thanks fans for their condolences and messages, And there's barely even a day in my life when you were not with me, by my side, always my wingman and my best friend, ready to face anything, anyone with me. Catherine wrote alongside of the photos of her siblings hugging. We are extremely touched by the outpour of love, David's dedicated fans, colleagues, she said, and we're grateful for the support received during very difficult times. David, a Florida native, acting career in the early 90s with roles shows Growing Pains, Dookie Howser, MD. According to his IMDb page, he played Stuart Carson, the fiance, Stuart Carson, the fiance of Shannon Doherty's character Brendan Walsh in Beverly Hills 90210, and Dean Collins in Savannah. From 99 to 2000, he starred as Dr. Joe Scallon in more than 200 episodes of General Hospital spin-off Port Charles. Gail is survived by his mother, sister, and Guthier. Maybe that's his, and his son, Guthier. So, fuck opiates, everybody. So that's one more is gone. And I'll just pose a question before I come back on live here. How many of you have known somebody to die of fentanyl or opiates? So there you go. Marijuana is a safer choice, everybody. So 4 Chinese citizens, 1 U.S. legally allegedly found with $22.5 million worth of marijuana plants in Georgia. One of the suspects in the connection of illicit marijuana growing operation in Pierce County has been detained by ICE. What does ICE stand for? That's so freaking scary. It's so cold when you talk about ICE. So 4 people were arrested. More than 11,000 marijuana plants were seized in the largest seizure of drugs of an indoor growing operation in Pierce County history, according to the Department of Agriculture. It was very sophisticated operation. And Jeannie, can you mute yourself? I hear a little bit of back noise. There you go. So it was very sophisticated operation, and we estimated that the value was $22.3 million. And that Burnett said, WSB reports that 4 people arrested include 3 men and 1 woman, all Chinese nationals. The marijuana growing operation in Pierce County sometime in 2022 with hundreds of thousands of dollars in the facility. The Department of Pierce County sheriffs launched an investigation about a month ago to undercover. Deputy learned that the facility was a fish farm. Okay, it was undercoverly a fish farm. But when they raided the place on Friday, they quickly found that it was only a cover. So the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, the FBI, and the drug enforcement agencies are now involved in the investigation. What's the deal? Let us just end prohibition. So let's see if I can mute you, because I'm getting some feedback from you, honey. Yeah, just mute.
I was trying to do that.
No, it's okay. That's fine. Okay, perfect. So we have one more bit of information here on the news. We're at the Canada News on World 420 Day with Jeff Eichen here, everybody. And I just lost my news here. So let's go back to see if we can get our news. Okay, so that didn't work. So we're really blessed to be here today, everybody. We're happy for you and for everybody that is. Let's see if Evernote will give us a way to. Okay, so anyway, so The Canon news disappeared, everybody. So let's see if I can just release some of these. There we go. Oh, I almost had it. So let's go and there we go. Okay. So it breaks my heart to learn my son died of fentanyl and the Chinese people that got arrested for a plant. Come on, everybody. You're growing enough plants to make, I mean, look at all these people that are in the movies that now have their own tequila. Oh, whoop-de-doodle. How many times have you barfed on tequila, everybody? So sorry I use the B word. But the Department of Health and Services is formally recommending that Drug Enforcement Administration ease government restrictions on marijuana, which remains illegal in the federal level, even though 40 states allow its use in some form. The move comes 11 months after President Joe B. Ordered the top health agency to conduct a review of the drug. The recommendation is to move marijuana from its known schedule to Schedule 3. Wrong. Just make it legal again. Bring our prisoners home. Under the Controlled Substance Act, it's still controlled. In the eyes of the DEA, cannabis is the same category of Schedule 1 drug like heroin and LSD. Well, how many of you done LSD? I've never done heroin, but it's fun to trip. Meaning it's considered to have a high potential for abuse and no accepted medical use. As a spokesperson for HHS said, has expeditiously responded to the directive, providing his recommendation for the DEA on Tuesday. That's up this week, everybody. If the DEA were to reschedule cannabis to Schedule 3, it would most notably eliminate the IRS code of intended to prevent drug dealers from claiming tax on their deductions as business expenses. The alone could have save the marijuana industry hundreds of millions of dollars a year. Small business owners who spoke to NBC News said the inability to deduct what would otherwise be ordinary business expenses in their single business financial burden. Now that the HHS has made recommendation, all eyes are on the DEA, which has ultimate authority on scheduling substances. A marijuana plant nearing its harvest, it's pitched in 2018 grassroots cannabis town, MD Slage, the Baltimore Sun. The Biden administration had hoped to announce its rescheduling of the drug sometimes in the fall, around 1 year mark of the president's request for the review. According to the 5 sources with familiar planning, it's not clear how long the DEA public review process will take. When reached for comment, DEA spokesperson said, "We can confirm the DEA received a letter from the Department of Health and Human Services finding recommendation on marijuana scheduling pursuant to President Biden's request for a review. DEA will not initiate its review," the spokesperson added, "will now initiate its review. Thanks for the movement for doing everything to assist and to end prohibition, everybody, for our POWs to come home." This is Jeff Eichen with the Canon News on WEEDSDAY World 420 Day, episode 196. So I'm really blessed to have you all here. Let's see if I can find out how to get back in here, everybody, because all my gears have changed, and we're going to try to get out of, let's see, we're going to try to get out of everything here. So let's go and get back to our incredible everything. So here we are. Okay, it's Jeff Eichen here, and So lots to talk about, lots to think about. Tell us how it's going solo for a young man navigating being free and yet not free because the world is so expensive to live in, and there's war on the planet. And we're gonna hire you once we get some money going to maybe we'll help you get a scholarship to Oaksterdam.
Sounds like fun. What's that school about? Is that a cannabis school?
Oaksterdam. Am I sharing my screen still? No. Am I sharing my screen, everybody? No. So I'll share my screen and we'll pull up Oaksterdam here since we're on a really cool kick to do. So I'll open up Oaksterdam. We'll read about Oaksterdam. So let's go Oaksterdam. Oaksterdam. Let's see if I can spell it right. Okay. Oaksterdam University. There it is. Okay, so Oaksterdam University. The lady was on our show once, and I met her at Women in Weeds Day. So Oaksterdam University. So we will answer your question. What is Oaksterdam all about? So your journey in cannabis, okay? Learn your own at your own schedule, the horticulture, the business of cannabis, extracting, manufacturing, bud tending, Oaksterdam news. Let's see if we can find about Oaksterdam. Here we go. Okay. Okay, from the earliest days, see if I can make that bigger. From the earliest days of medical cannabis movement, Oaksterdam University has been committed our mission of providing students with the knowledge and skills they need to lead and succeed in the industry. With more than 80,000 alumni, we are the most recognized name in cannabis education. Our cross-disciplinary curriculum covers the most recent developments in cultivation and business and policy. It is grounded in legacy and the cannabis legalization movement. As a student, you will join our vast community of successful entrepreneurs, experienced in the professionals, and seasoned advocates who set a tone and the pace for the medical and modern and recreational cannabis industry. So it says who shapes the advocates, who launched the medical cannabis movement, offerings, students, and education with historical contents that no other school can match. Recognized by worldwide for our leading edge in academics. Oaksterdam certifications are respected by professionals in every segment of the cannabis industry. So I guess by going there solo and getting your diploma, you can go to anybody in the industry and start working for them and ask for more money because you graduated Oaksterdam. Isn't that cool?
Sounds pretty cool.
So
Pretty
it's yeah, who knew that there was a school? But in Israel, Dr. Machulam, let's see if my lifers came up yet. In Israel, Dr. Machulam, who found the first molecule, he isolated the first THC molecule. Let's see if we go to lifers, the movie, see if we can get lifers on now. See if lifers will come up. Come on, baby. Let's see if we can get lifers. Okay, not yet, but we're back to Oaksterdam. Oaksterdam is so cool that I just can't believe that that it's not even bigger than it is. It said 80,000 alumni. 80,000 people went through that school. It's in Northern California. And we know the owner or the head honcho there, And so we'll get her on, and maybe I'll draft a letter, or you can draft a letter to me solo, and we can get her to figure out. Let's see what emissions says. Emissions say talk to an advisor, payment plan, courses, enroll now. Oaksterdam, how to enroll, must be 18, agree to our tuition pay, guarantee, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we'll find out if there's any scholarships, because that would be great to get you on board, man. That would be great. What do you
Sounds good.
what do you think?
Sounds good.
Yeah, I don't know what their courses. Let's see what the business courses. We'll see how many days it is here. About our program, broad overview, sweeping the nation, blah blah blah. But let's see what the curriculum is. Whether you're looking to find a job or grow a career, launch a business, or invest money, we discuss methods of ingesting cannabis. A research-based looks at its therapeutic effects. The course will then detail various methods of extraction, basic understandings, cannabis topics. So look, it's just so beautiful. Their website is excellent and really, really sharp and clean. I'm really proud of their website. Self-paced programs are acronymous to meaning that you may log on and complete the course anytime and anywhere. Oh, you can do it online, actually, it says here. But still, we're gonna talk to them and see if we can get you funded and get a scholarship. There's got to be scholarships for WEEDSDAY children. So here, look, it's only $1,000. Maybe we'll find a day and a time where we can do a month campaign and raise the money for you online. I mean, for gosh sakes, people have not bought our Dorothy McGain trays yet. We need some dough for her to pay her water bill. So there it is. Let's see, the business of cannabis, 1900, but it was on sale. Looked like foundation of the cannabis industry, 150. Look, it's not that expensive, And these pictures should be normal in the world. My friend on my movie said, Kirsten, she said that she was healed from the cannabis plant, that her dream was that this leaf here would be in every grocery store. So daily or weekly, they would bring, leaf, just like you buy cilantro, so you can juice it, because the cannabinoid is in your body anyways. And to add more cannabinoids to your body helps your body to heal and regenerate. And again, I'm not giving my own testimonial. I'm just telling you what people have told me. So don't go out there and say, Jeffrey told me this. Just take it easy, everybody. So I'm going to come out of my share for a minute here. That's really cool. That's really cool. Thank you so much, both of you, for joining. Canon Nurse, give us a little bit about, here. I've got, hang on, I've got something here for y'all here. Let's see if I can shoot this over. If I can shoot this over, you will be amazed, Canoners, what I'm doing. Okay, let's see if I can shoot this over. This is going to be really fun. Boom, 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 boom. So, yeah, Canoners, tell us a little bit about the projects that you're working on the side. I know you're working with the with the Weed channel. You got your new microphone and studio going. That's really fantastic. And yes, you don't need to speak too close to the mic because then you cover your pretty face. You unmute yourself. Come on, you can unmute yourself.
Please.
There you go.
That's kind of the point, is to hide my teeth right now because I'm going through some dental difficulties. And another thing, cannabis is good for dentistry. And that's definitely something that if you're a dentist, please think about it. The alternative to Novocaine, the alternative to what we're currently using and going through, because cannabis is true medicine. Absolutely. And so I've heard some more from some more prisoners who have gone to halfway houses through Malik King, who I continue to invite on to be our guest, And I have a number of other people that I have asked you, please come on the show. You know who you are. And I won't scold you publicly, but you know who you are. So the US3 channel, there's always so much to say about US3 channel. And there's always so much to say about what is going on in weed, because weed is changing every day. And in the medical field, even though there's very little research, there's a lot of people that are living that they are their own walking health billboards, much like the Hammer, Russell the Hammer, that's with us usually every week. Wednesdays is a big day for doctor visits. And usually I can't get out of them myself. Wednesdays, I like to schedule Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Tuesdays, same thing. And so, but looking at him today, he looks so healthy, so strong, so vital. Yes, and again, juicing the plant is one of the best remedies you can do. And it also tastes so delicious. But it's also one of the best things you can do for your health. Is to get it.
This is like Martha Stewart and Snoop doing a weed, cooking show. I mean, yeah.
You need to taste some of my Canada Vine cooking, because I infuse my food with the Levo C machine, and it makes every bite medible and edible, and that's important because it's good for your health as well.
Take a bus and come over for the weekend and stay with me and Kimmy. Bring us some.
I'd love to.
Yeah, because
I can cook. We can cook together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can teach Kimmy. You can teach Kimmy some shortcuts to cuisine, to 420 cuisine. That would be great.
Oh, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Kim got the raw cookbook that I made with Rainy Sunshine from Maui, and she made these incredible Essene loaves of bread, and that's one of her specialties is baking. But can you imagine if we infused the bread? We had little loaves of 420 bread.
Well, we could always make WEEDSDAYS on World 420 Day.
Yeah, we could also have some weed butter and then make some toast and put weed butter on your freaking toast, everybody. Well, I'm so excited to have everybody here on WEEDSDAY. I'm gonna surprise you. I just uploaded my little thing that I was trying to do for such a long time today. But let me share my screen with you again, everybody. It's Share Screen Day on World 420 Day. And let me get to our QuickTime. And let's see if we can open up a file here in QuickTime. And we will be really cruising with this incredible movie.
Wednesday is now WEEDSDAYS. Even now, human lives are being locked away. Some even for decades. Decades over our plans. Outrage, the new green farming, together with her bitumen and movie maker, the freshman Jeffrey Eichen, We gather every Wednesday at high noon. Here on WEEDSDAYS, we welcome musicians, mob dancers, bar 20 comics, even the pastor of Pot and Praise. It's Pastor Jeffrey Livings. T-minus enough time to mark your calendars. Set those alarms. I'll alert the masses. You help us, help them. We ask special guests to come on with invites like Cecilia Simpson of Nana's Secret. It's hard to believe she's been a woman of weed for over a decade.
Hey, hey, hey. There you go. So, let's see if I can get us back here.
So that is a really high definition broadcast, and it might be eating your data really badly. I know it was pretty wonky on my system here, but yeah, that's my love letter to everybody on WEEDSDAYS and to all the special guests that we're asking to come on the show and be a part.
You know what that deserves?
Well, we didn't get to Tisa Bryce and her son Mercy. Everybody have Mercy. Find out why everybody should. Tisa Bryce's son has cerebral palsy and epilepsy, and he's now 21 years old. He's a twin of Dominique, and Dominique every day goes to the mall, dances and sings for his brother, and tries to raise money for his family. These are Candace sheroes and heroes, everybody. She's a Cameron from Colorado. She's a nurse, and she's just a beautiful inspiration of what the Canna abilities are when we try to do better, when we do our best, and we do it with each other. Thank you for playing that.
Well, Jeannie, you made a beautiful gesture for my legacy. I mean, that's one of the nicest things anybody has ever done for the freshman. So it's really cool. And where'd you learn to cut things out and do that, or did you have help with that?
Oh, I've got a few secrets up my sleeve still. So Nana, I do have to mention that Nana is selling out of state currently. She's working feverishly on getting her 502, and she is selling, but she's doing it out of state.
No,
So
I
those of
understand.
you-
We talked because we wanted her to
Well,
give us beverage.
she's getting a lot of attention lately. And she said, I can't keep up. So please, everybody be patient and understand that I didn't mean to get everything out there as quickly as I did, but I'm just so excited for everyone to be a part of WEEDSDAYS and to help the prisoners and to help the families. And Nana has been a special person in my heart for so long. So she is selling, but she's doing it out of state for right now. But we can help her by always supporting her as she's selling now out of state and trying to keep up with the demand, and definitely putting the good patience and juju and prayers out there that she will get her 502 and get on the USV channel where she belongs, and then come back to the New Green Farming where her heart is, and where I know she wants to be with us every Wednesday as well. Doctor visits, usually every Wednesday. So our hearts go out to everybody at the doctors on World 420 Day.
Well, we'll have to get the US Weed channel to start airing us live. Yeah, so let's get that bro in arms to do that. So we're at the top of the hour, everybody. I might even be able to see Kim and Kyrie, the 80-pound lab, this afternoon. They're on their way through town or to town or to me, So it's really beautiful to play with all humans and to have a beautiful partner like Kim. Thank you, Kim, for all the work you're doing. We just spent a month cleaning her basement and painting it where her beautiful son lived, and our children grew up there on Bainbridge, and it's so spectacular now. We put a new sink in and made the second huge giant kitchen room beautiful, and Kim painted and put shelves up on her own, and then I helped her and all this stuff. So thank you, honey, for following your dreams and for doing the cleanup. It's our turn, it's our time. But don't forget, everybody, that that there are people still in jail for a plan. There's 40 tons, and we'll have them at our concert. And don't forget our concert. Let me show everybody a little bit about our concert here. I'll share my screen with you and show you the. I'll show you really what's really cool. I really enjoy the design features of my new Funblazer poster. So I'll bring that up here and show you, everybody. So this is our Funblazer. We're raising money for our team and for production of the concert. And if this can, there it goes. So that's in there. So that's our poster, everybody, for our Funblazer. So let's enlarge that and go up to the top here, and let's bring her down just a little bit so we can read it. Don't you love technology, everybody? Just don't get stuck in there. Go out into the forest, like I said. And so here we go. Yes, there are people still in prison for cannabis. This series of event will lead to the main arena concert event in 2025 and their families for restitution for the families. You don't need to be present to pledge. We're going to stream it live. We're going to have buttons all over the place to put your PayPal in or your Venmo. And we invite you for our Funblazer Relief Series concerts up to, it's called the Magical Donor Mixer, March 16th. We need your support to pull this off. We're asking to raise $10,000, 20 people at $500. It's not a must. If you have 100, if you have $10, if you're local, give me a shout. We would love to have you on that day. And it's for a Relief Foundation. There's our new logo, and all foundation support will go towards a production for this project, everybody. So it's my pleasure to support those still in jail for weed. And I cannot imagine their families, I cannot imagine. But that's where we live, in a little bit of our design area. So let's get another project up here, and I'll read one more thing because it's really fun to share with you. This is my deck, everybody, and see if we can get this to come up. Let's see here. Place current page, edit new page. Okay, so there we go. So we're going to go boom. And here. So this is the one page that we send out to you for telling you what the project is about. The intention of this project is to produce a stadium concert and raise money for our 420 POWs, a great way to bring much needed attention to their cause and provide financial support for their release and their struggling families. In addition to celebrities already working with us, we're excited to ask Snoop, Martha Stewart, Willie Nelson, Melissa Etheridge, Earth, Wind and Fire, Wiz Khalifa, Method Man, Ice Cube, and others to participate in this one-day benefit concert and art auction. With your help, we can make this happen, everybody. Let us send you our project and timeline, and so you can get we can get your valuable feedback. Many 420 POWs still in prison every day. At Oakland Coliseum, Snoop sold out 42,000 seats for a single Snoop show in 2019. Our benefit concert will take a large amount of capital plus merch in the intention to repeat this event annually until all prisoners are home. Please support us raising the funds and the nonviolent POWs and who are home now also, and still the ones that are in prison for a plan. So it's Relief Foundation, okay? It used to be Relief Dash Foundation, but now it's relieffoundation.org. And here's another page of our pitch deck here. Ever dreamed of smoking pot with Tommy Chong? What about Snoop Dogg? That's why we're inviting them to Rama State Productions and Relief Foundation with dozens of other famous advocates. So that's pretty cool. And then you'll see the dragon. The dragon will come in and we'll release the prisoners. And it's our benefit concert and seed fundraiser. Free the prisoners, everybody. Free yourself. We love Freedom Grow, Hempfest, Vivian, Freedom Grow, Randy Lanier, and Stephanie Landa, and all the usual suspects there. Can Do with Amy Pova, NOCO. Amy works with the people all over the country to help to end prohibition. And NOCO, Morris, we're looking at you. Juice Tiva, that's Chris Boucher. He's been on the show a bunch of times. And Blink is a cool company, and they've done a lot of benefits. And so I met them in New York at the NFT conference that I went to 2 years ago. So no matter what, everybody, we're gonna try to pull this off. It's really fun to share this with you now. So we're seeking investors for the seed money, target market, and it's relieffoundation.org without the hyphen now, because we haven't repaired our back stuff yet. So it's really fun to, well, I don't know, fun, but it's really important to stay focused and our own highway. I'm going to come out of this sharing thing here, in our own highway, and to stay. Remember Up in Smoke, the movie Up in Smoke? Did you ever see Up in Smoke? Solo? Did you ever see the movie Up in Smoke?
Not that I know of.
Go watch it tonight. It's on YouTube. So Up in Smoke, Tommy Chong and Cheech, and God, they got this car, this van in Mexico, and it was made out of weed. So they're driving down the road, puffing on these big giant, joints that were like, big bamboo. And the cop pulls him over, and he goes to the back of the car, and the pipe is like the exhaust pipe is like blowing smoke out, and the whole car is made out of marijuana, the whole weed truck. And they're laughing their heads off, and they're going, "Oh, whoa, hey man, what's going on?" And they got pulled over by the cop. They roll the window down, and so Cheech, no, not Cheech, Cheech and Chong, Tommy Chong and Cheech Marin. Cheech was driving, and Cheech blew some smoke in the cop's face or something like that. Whatever it was just like something you'd never do. And the guy says, "Hey, that's pretty good shit." And it was the cop, like it should be, So don't drive when you're fucking high, and don't drive when you're on alcohol, everybody. Be responsible. World 420 Day. Let's take 42 seconds, everybody, out of our time right now, and I'll get my timer on. Where's my timer? And I want you to we'll do no music. We'll do a 42-second no music party here, because it's good to do transcendental meditation for the prisoners. So I'm going to do the stopwatch, and here we go. Okay, everybody, 42 seconds. Close your eyes, and I will guide us through a meditation. Visualize the end of prohibition. Visualize the medicine and the plant being grown for industrial purposes. we have guitars, we have hemp plywood now, we have hemp clothing. I'm wearing the vest. And visualize the prisoners coming home with the end of prohibition. We don't need to reschedule the freaking plant down to Schedule 3. We need to re-legalize it, just like alcohol. Alcohol's from the agave plant. And so now we're going over the time because it's worth going over the time and visualizing the prisoners all walking home free, hugging their children, and starting their life again. How many of you all know people that are struggling and that are sick and that are or gone from plants that are been manipulated by the man or alcohol? So it's not our duty to say what's bad, it's our duty to say what is good. So on World 420 Day, the fourth day of the month, it's Jeff Eichen here with episode 196. Open your eyes, everybody, and give thanks that we went into meditation and we're not listening to bad Apple News in the morning about this and that and who had a gun and who didn't. So remember, people were in jail for weed. And I don't care how much. Jeff Mazansky, my buddy, he's out now. I filmed him in for my movie, and that's going to be in our film series. 2.5 grams, less than a joint. Is that 2.5 grams? I mean, less than a joint for 21 years. So I love you dearly, everybody, and I'm really excited for the days to come, the weeks to come. And I read about the DEA or the in Senate that after a year they're gonna try to deschedule marijuana or reschedule it. And so let's say no schedule. So, whew. Solo, any final words? Wasn't that cool? We might get you to Amsterdam.
Absolutely. Well, final words is let's just keep fighting to bring the prisoners home. Let's keep educating people who don't know about cannabis and not all the negative light and stigma. And let's keep being positive about cannabis.
Hemp hemp hooray. And Jeannie, final words? You are muted. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, honey.
I just want to say on World 420 Day, to all the prisoners, you are in our hearts, our minds, and our will, and to everybody else. It's World 420 Day.
Hey. Okay, everybody, give us 3. Solo, you got one last quote to take us out with?
Absolutely. Happiness always looks small while you hold it in your hands, but let it go, and you'll learn at once how big and precious it is.
I've got nothing more to say to that. I'm going to play our outro, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. It's been a great freaking show, and hemp hemp hooray. I mean what I say. And let's get QuickTime up here. And here we go. Whoops, that's the news episode.
everybody, and welcome to World 420 Day. It's going to be a good one. Jeff Eichen here with Lifers the Movie. I'm sticking to my story. Thank you all for joining in here and watching this incredible story of people, yes, still in prison for life, for a plan, and for nonviolent crimes. It's time to level the playing field and to tell your authorities and globally to end prohibition. We can do this, folks. We have to. It will manifest in so many different ways across the board. And hooray, I mean what I say, reform, clemency, and restitution. It's a good time to speak up and through film, share this with the world and end global prohibition. This is Tommy Chong for Lakers. Madness. Parade.
Hey everybody, it's Jeff Eichen here. It's great to have you on StreamYard, on YouTube, on Facebook, and spread the word. And let's do the concert and let's welcome Solo. You've been coming a couple times a month now, and we love having you. So come on back, and I'll see you on the highway. Go study more about Oaksterdam. See,
Yes, sir.
you should type in if there's a if they have a scholarship.
All right, I'll look into it.
And then if it's not public that there is a scholarship, or they do it once a year or whatever, I'll call the woman who runs the show there.
Sounds good.
Because it'll be fun, even if you're paying rent and you stay in your place there, but you come out for like 6 weeks or something, or if they just give you a scholarship to learn online to get your diploma.
Sounds good.
Be more fun to come out.
Yeah, definitely. I may never come back.
Hey, well, love you so much, and Hem Hooray, and thanks for all your wisdom and your guidance and your goodness. And there you go. And Oaksterdam is right near that freaking Golden Gate Bridge behind you.
Sweet.
Okay, love and light, man. Happy Hem Hooray, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen. Episode 196 is in the can. Canna. Call Steve Strauss.
Calling Steve Strauss.
Hey, StreamYard, it's Jeff Eichen here. We had you holding for a minute. If you're still with us or in the background or somewhere, it was a great show, and I appreciate you all. And thank you for joining us today. And Pare, remember 3, 2, F schedule 1, and Prohibition now.